find yourself and just be that. Be kind to people, work your ass off, and say F you to anybody that wants to control you or to tell you what to do. Just be free, and then put love out there in the world, and doors open. This karma thing seems to work.
I think I try to add some, not to sound cliche, but some love out there into the world. I think there is this viral negativity that can take hold, and I try to find the right language to add, good vibes out there. And it's actually really, really tricky because there's something about positivity that sounds fake, and I can't quite put my finger on it, but whenever I talk about love and the positive and almost childlike in my curiosity and positivity, people start to think like, surely he has like skeletons in the closet. There's an assumption that this is not genuine or not, it's disingenuous in some kind of way. And so I try to find the right language for that kind of stuff, how to be positive. A lot of topics, most people are in the middle with humility, uncertainty, and they're just kind of trying to figure it out. And I think there is just the extremes defining the nature of this division. So I think it's the role of a lot of us in our individual lives, and also if you have a platform of any kind, I think you have to try to walk in the middle, like with empathy and humility. The world will tell you to find a work-life balance, to sort of explore, to try to try different fields to see what you really connect with, variety, general education, all that kind of stuff. And I said, in your 20s, I think you should find one thing you're passionate about and work harder at that than you worked at anything else in your life. And if it destroys you, it destroys you. How universally true that advice is, but I think at least give that a chance. Like sacrifice, real sacrifice towards a thing you really care about, and work your ass off. That said, I've met so many people, and I'm starting to think that advice is best applied or best tried in the engineering disciplines, especially programming. I think there's a bunch of disciplines in which you can achieve success with much fewer hours, and it's much more important to actually have a clarity of thinking and great ideas and have an energetic mind. Like the grind in certain disciplines does not produce great work. I just know that in computer science and programming, it often does. Some of the best people ever that have built systems, have programmed systems, I usually like the John Carmack kind of people that drink soda, eat pizza, and program, 18 hours a day. I do recommend that you should at least try it in your own. That if you interview some of the most accomplished people ever, I think if they're honest with you, they're going to talk about their 20s as a journey of a lot of pain and a lot of really hard work. I think what really happens, unfortunately, is a lot of those successful people later in life will talk about work-life balance. They'll say, you know what I learned from that process is that it's really important, to get like sun in the morning, to have health. I think those people have forgotten the value of the journey they took to that lesson. I think work-life balance is best learned the hard way. I admire people that work hard. If you want to get on my good side, I think are the people that give everything they got towards something. It doesn't actually matter what it is, but towards achieving excellence in a thing. That's the highest thing that we can reach for as human beings, I think, is excellence at a thing.
Even the people you love can sometimes suffocate the dream, can make you believe that it's not possible. It feels like a lot of parents kind of want you to be safe, want you to be stable, want you to have a plan so that everything's going to be okay. And the dream feels like a threat to that. Use your time wisely when you're young. Because that's planting a seed that's going to grow into something big if you plant that seed early on in your life.
in business and investing, in poker, in dating, in life, is that there's this platonic GTO, game theory optimal thing out there. And so when you say mistakes, you're always comparing to that optimal path you could have taken. Most of life is a sequence of mistakes. The problem is when you use the word mistake and you think about mistakes, it actually has a counterproductive effect of you becoming conservative in just being risk averse. So that's if you flip it and say try to maximize the number of successes, somehow that leads you to take more risk. Mistake scares people.
It's one of my favorite Robert Frost poems. Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village, though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near, between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. He gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there's some mistake. The only other sound's the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep.